time. Just 2 more years. I'll turn 11 before you turn 13, Rachel said. In case you've forgotten, my birthday's only a few weeks away. Jacob shrugged. You're still 2 years younger than me. That means I'm a lot smarter than you are. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. Rachel shook her head. Grandpa thinks I'm smart. If he didn't, he wouldn't have said I could help him in the greenhouse after it's built. Jacob snorted. That doesn't mean you're schmert. It just means you'll be busy in the greenhouse. Maybe that will help you stay out of trouble for a change. What's that supposed to mean? Trouble seems to follow wherever you go. Always trouble somewhere, isn't that what you say? Rachel shrugged. I guess that's true, but I'm hoping I'll have less trouble and more fun after Grandpa's greenhouse is open for business. We'll see about that. Jacob motioned to the lumber pile on the other side of the driveway. I'd better get more wood for the men who are building. Can I carry some wood? Rachel asked. Jacob shook his head. If you want to help, stick with what you're doing and see that everyone gets plenty of water. Rachel frowned. What's so helpful about hauling water? It helps the thirsty men, Jacob called as he sprinted up the driveway. When Rachel arrived at the work site, she set the water and paper cups on the piece of plywood being used as a table. I brought you some water, Rachel said when she spotted Grandpa near the entrance of his greenhouse. He smiled. Donkey, thanks. I could use a cool drink about now. How's everything going? She asked after he'd helped himself to a cup of water. Real well. I think we should have my greenhouse finished by the end of the day. Sure wish I could help build it, Rachel said. It would be a lot more fun than hauling water or helping Mom make sandwiches and lemonade. Grandpa raised his bushy gray eyebrows high. Sorry, Rachel, but building the greenhouse is hard work. Too hard for a young girl like you. He patted Rachel's back. You'll get to help me inside the greenhouse once it's open for business. How soon will that be? She asked. Probably in a week or 2. I need time to get everything set up. Will it be open before Mom has her baby? Probably so, he said with a nod. Unless the baby decides to appear early. Rachel thrust out her bottom lip. I hope it doesn't come early. Grandpa tipped his head. You're not anxious to see your little brother, or Schwester, sister? I guess so, but I'm more anxious to help in your greenhouse. If Mom doesn't keep me too busy with chores, that is. Rachel frowned. I'm afraid once the Bopley comes, I'll have more chores to do than ever. Grandpa tweaked Rachel's nose. I'm sure you'll have some free time to help me. Pap stepped up to the table and greeted Rachel with a smile. I see you brought us some water. He poured some into a paper cup and drank. Ah, now that sure hits the spot. Donkey, Rachel. You're welcome. Rachel decided to stay and watch the workers a while. Suddenly, the ladder Uncle Amos stood on wobbled and his hammer dropped to the ground with a thud. Rachel rushed forward and reached for it. Smack! She bumped heads with her oldest brother Henry, who'd also reached for the hammer. Ouch! Rachel and Henry said at the same time. Are you two okay? Grandpa asked with a look of concern. I'm fine, it's just a little bump, Rachel said. Henry nodded. I'm okay too. He looked at Rachel. You shouldn't have tried to pick up that hammer. I was only trying to help. She rubbed her forehead. I was going to get it. Henry shook his head. You shouldn't even be near the work site, Rachel. Don't you realize this is men's work? Rachel clamped her teeth together. The men and boys get to have all the fun, she thought. I wish I'd been a boy. Pap touched Rachel's shoulder. Maybe you should go see if your Mom, has something for you to do. That's right. Grandpa smiled at Rachel. We'll see you at noon when it's time for lunch.